Right, hi guys, right. This is what the sidecar looks like in bits and pieces. It's all pretty much dismantled now. Sidecar frame is here, as you can see. Nothing up the middle, no floor, no nothing. The floor is actually there up against the wall. So the whole lot is now empty. So the reason the sidecar lid is still on is because now that it's off the frame, I can take time to make sure the top half and the bottom half close properly and get the whole closing mechanism sorted out. So that's that done. So as you can see, we're back down to a bare bones frame again on the sidecar, and the middle part there, I was actually sorting out the structure for to support the steering column. So that's being done at the moment. So it'll be completely stripped back to the frame now tomorrow, and we'll be ready for welding. Right, I didn't get around to stripping the bike, as you can see, this weekend. I took a few bits and pieces off it. The carburetors are gone off for rebuilding, and there's a few other bits and pieces. So, but most importantly, the frame rail, the whole sidecar frame is done. I had the swinging arm and everything gone off it. So literally what you have there now is a bare naked frame. That's going away tomorrow to be welded properly, because as I said to you in the past, I'm not a welder, and all I have done, as you can see, it's all only spot welded. So it'll be going away to a proper welder tomorrow, professional welder who can sort it out for me. Give you an idea of what we're dealing with here in terms of amount of parts. There you go. That's all the parts alone, just from the outside and inside of the sidecar. So you can only imagine what it's going to be like when the whole bike is done. There'll be a serious amount of stuff there, proper jigsaw puzzle stuff. There we go. One complete bike stripped. I still have the other guy over in the corner. I'll do him this afternoon. So the bike now is stripped to the frame completely. Now we can have a proper look at what work, the reason why I'm changing the frame. If you look in here, there is a lot of nastiness on the frame there. As well as that, you can see it down here where the brace is across the middle. Now, it's quite possible if I blasted this, it could be just surface, but to be honest, I'm not taking the chance. It's just too risky, and you can see that there's a lot of rust there. So I'm not going to use that frame again. That frame, as far as I'm concerned, is scrap. So there we go, guys. So that's it for now. Time to strip the other bike now and then get to blasting and powder coating. Okay, right. The engine's on the bench there. I'll actually be working on it on that bench. What I want to do to this is, before I paint it, is I'm going to strip the back out and do the clutch, because on the back down here, along the bottom here somewhere, I think it's actually that one down there, is a sheared bolt. So I'm going to pull the clutch, make sure everything's good with it. Next job will be I got to check the water pump, which is way down the bottom there in front. So I'm going to check that, make sure that's good. I'll pull that as well. Other than that, then it's down to this yoke. This is going to be completely stripped down, right down to the frame, every last nut and bolt off of it. And I'll transfer the decorations that I put on the other frame and a couple of brackets that I put onto it. It's actually a very, very solid bike, apart from the exhaust. The exhausts are a state. But to be honest, other than that, it's actually in really good nick. So happy days. So I'll have plenty of spares. Right, that's the new frame now. Two bikes completely stripped. Sidecar has gone off for welding. And as you can see, there's the original frame underneath there. Now what I've got to do is that the sprocket and stuff that I welded onto the frame, as in this yoke, that now, and the ones down back there, what I've got to do now is I've got to cut them off and put them onto the new frame. So I've got a few other bits and pieces I need to cut all the lugs off, because I like the likes of this. I don't need this. There, the hangers for the side panels, don't need them, and I don't need that, or the corresponding one on that side. So I've got to cut all them off. I've got to cut this guy off, because that's where the other sprockets are going. So there's actually quite a bit of preparation now to be done on this frame. There's maybe half a day's work on it, so that'll be grand. Other than that, I have a big pile of parts over there, and I have two engines, this one here and this one here. So I'm going to do a compression test on both of them engines. Whichever engine is the best compression-wise is the one I'm going to use. Right, the frame is done. As you can see, we've got the cogs in place that were on the other frame. I've also welded in, there was a gap on the frame there, so I welded that in. I've put infill panels here. They'll have to be drilled for the side panels that are going on this afterwards. So I've made up new brackets and plates. That must go back to the welder just to weld in that, because like I said, I can do these. They're not actually of a structural importance, so they're easy enough for me to sort out. but this guy is for the handlebars that should be going top, so I need that properly solid. So that's all them done. The whole frame though is ready to go to the powder coaters. Okay. Small job I forgot to do on the frame. I had to drill all these holes here and tap them M6. There's 16 of them in total. The reason I drilled them out now is because I don't have to do any drilling in it like that when the frame comes back from the powder coaters. That's why I'm drilling them out, to take these panels. And also, these are the tabs. There's 4 of these there. These are the tabs for the air filter. So I'll drill them out tonight as well, get them out of the way. The sidecar frame is completely ready for the powder coater. So that will be going off probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And so the next time you'll see that frame, it will be all powder coated and ready for rebuilding, as will the motorbike, the bike frame. Right, the frame is off the powder coating, so that'll be gone for a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, which is fine. There's plenty of other stuff I need to do. I've got 2 engines here. One originally was in the bike, as in that one front here, and this one came with the donor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a compression test on both engines. Whichever engine gives me the highest compression is the engine I'm going to use. Other than that, I've got a dirty great big amount of cleaning up to do. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess in here, but that normally happens when you strip down a bike anyway. All the parts for the bike are thrown over here. I've got to do the body work, make sure the lid closes right. All the other bits and pieces are laid out on the table there, and there's boxes and wheels and all sorts. So guys, a bit of tidying up and then straight on into paint. Sorry, because I'm going to get a nice bit of this painted before the frames come back so I can start building straight away. Okay guys, that's it for now. See you later guys, bye bye.